Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. And today I'm excited to share with you guys another watch review. And this one here is by Aragon watches. If you're not familiar with Aragon and you like Invicta, if you like that large, oversized style of watch, definitely check out Aragon. They give you some amazing watches for an exceptional price, and a lot of their watches are all automatic. So I haven't really been able to find another brand that gives you this much watch for your money. It's even in some cases more than Invicta, because you're getting that Seiko NH35 automatic movement on this particular piece. And generally Aragon uses in most of their watches the Miyota or the Seiko. I would say Seiko is kind of their primary movement that they use. And what I like about that is that you're not paying for a company to actually manufacture the movement and pass that cost on to you. They're taking a movement that's been around for a very, very long time, very reliable. Seiko is an exceptional brand as well, and putting that in their own watches. And it gives you a great movement that's pretty darn accurate, and you don't have to ever worry about the battery, which is great. And when you have as many watches as I have, you fear one day when you'll have to replace the batteries. And 142 watches, a lot of mine are actually quartz, and so I keep the crown pulled on the number 2 position on all my watches. Some folks will say, oh, you don't want to do that, you're gonna get dust in there. I've never had any kind of issues, and frankly I'd rather do that than to ever have to, worry about the battery will extend 70% longer with all the Ronda movements, and they're designed to do that. So if you have an Invicta watch, don't feel there is a level of protection even when the crown is pulled to the number 2 position. It's not just open, like you're not going to get dust in there. So you can rest assured. I mean, don't go swimming with it with the crown pulled, but there is a level of protection there even with the crown pulled. And honestly, if there was a risk of getting any kind of dust in there, I'm not really concerned with it, because I've done this with my watches for, watches I've had for 20 years and never had an issue. So just keep that in mind. But again, with an automatic movement, you never have to worry about that. The watch always will work within unless the movement fails at some point. But Seiko's a reliable brand. It's a reliable movement, and they call this movement a workhorse because it is so reliable. So let's talk a little bit more about the watch. So this is their C charger, and basically it's very similar to the charger watch, but they've basically used the charger band with their own new design, which would call the C charger. But the charger is the exact same band that's used on this watch. So naturally, it's like a hybrid. They call it the C charger. It is available in a whole bunch of different colors. If you want to get this in orange, like the one I'm showing you now, you can get it in orange. You can get it in a blue face, yellow face, green face, aqua face, just like this one I reviewed the other day. Pretty cool execution on this watch here. In abalone, and it looks like a silver or a white, and I think they have a gray. 2 different sizes. So guys, if you're like 50 millimeter is what this one is. If you're not really interested in wearing a 50 millimeter watch, good news, they have it in 44. So still same watch, same movement, but you get a smaller size. So if you're a guy who likes a smaller watch, definitely check it out. Price point on these is about $170 to $208, depending on which one you get. And I think that is the same for the, let me just double check on the 44 millimeter, see if that's same price on the 44 millimeter as well. So definitely got something for everyone here. Let me just go back to the C charger page. There we go. So it is available in black or stainless steel. Again, I reviewed the black version of this the other day. This is done again with that beautiful turquoise face. Very unique color. I haven't seen that on really any other watch. I think that if I may end up keeping one of these, and we'll see what the price is on them. For me, I mean my price. But I really like this orange. I've been kind of drawn lately to an orange face watch. I think it just screams dive watch. And I kind of discovered the orange because I checked out a brand called Doxa, which is extremely expensive, but they make a pretty cool looking watch. Haven't been able to work any kind of agreement with them as far as reviewing, but I definitely like their brand. I definitely like what they do, and I love that they use orange on a lot of their watches. I think it just screams dive watch. And from what I've read or been told, I think I read it somewhere, that orange is the best color for diving with underwater. I guess it has the most visibility. I don't know. That's what I've heard. So I just think orange just screams dive watch. This watch here also, if you're a biker and you ride motorcycle or whatever, this screams biker. I mean, you have that chain link band, very intricate, lots of parts on this here. It looks like each link is, what do you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you got 7 different pieces to each link, and each one is actually split down the center. And I'm not sure if they're actually, I don't think they're individual, but it has the appearance of 14 different pieces or parts on each link. So very intricate looking, definitely a very aggressive masculine watch. And I love they have that deep dish on the face. Aragon's one that does that on a lot of their watches, where you really have a nice case thickness and that recession down the inside of the face, where it just, you have a lot of depth to the way the watch looks. This one here has a little bit of lume on your indices and hands, and of course your day of the month is the only complication on this watch, in addition to the time, of course. Bezel's really cool in this. They have a combination of polishing, and it's kind of like a scalloped edged bezel, very similar to what you'd find on like an INVICTA Grand Diver. And of course you have these cutouts as well to give you a little bit of grip if you do want to turn it. I like the fact they put the crown at the number 4 position. That's different on this particular model. I don't think Aragon has done that on too many of their watches. Pretty cool. It gets it out of the way and away from your wrist. So if I never have the problem based on my wrist, but if you do have an issue with the crown on larger watches kind of irritating your wrist, that never bothers me no matter how big of a watch I wear. But that's kind of cool. They put it down there, and I think it gives it kind of a cool look. And on this one here, you have a little bit of a red accent around your day of the month, and your second hand is actually that metallic red as well. Dual locking clasp or push button deployment clasp. I like the fact that Aragon does that on their watches, whereas INVICTA just uses a friction clasp. I think this is just a much nicer clasp to have on a watch. I don't know why INVICTA doesn't do it, but it is what it is. And again, price point this here, $178 up to $205 or $208, depending on which model you choose. If you want to get it in the abalone, that one's going to run you $239, and then there's one other color here that's $239, and I'm not really sure why. It's just black and white. Maybe it's more of a popular model. Nonetheless, that one's a little bit more as well. So really cool watch. Band length is 9.5 inches, so if you have a really big monster friggin' wrist, you'll be able to wear this. 26 millimeters in band width, nice wide bracelet. And what's cool about this watch too, you can actually get the bracelet as a bracelet for your other wrist if you want to wear both and match it up. They do have it in a couple different colors. I think I reviewed the rose tone one not that long ago. Pretty awesome watch, guys, and I really like this color combination the best. I mean, the orange is cool. It's unlike anything I have, which is kind of why I'm drawn to keep it. And again, I'm drawn to that orange face. It really pops. So a couple more close-ups of the watch. You have an exhibition window on the back showing off that Seiko NH35 movement. Dual push-button deployment clasp right there. And again, screw-down crown, K1 hardened mineral crystals, what Aragon uses. 50 millimeters in case thickness, 17 millimeters in case thickness. Or I'm sorry, 50 millimeters in diameter, 17 millimeters in case thickness. Sorry guys, I'm a little off today. Oh well, we're gonna run with it. Yeah, unedited, uncut. 24 joules of protection on that movement. And what else? 660 feet of water resistance and 11.7 ounces in unsized weight. So great timepiece. Aragon tends to keep their watches right around 50 millimeters, but it's kind of cool that they're making ones in the 44. So if you line in the smaller version, you can get those same colors, same watch in the 44 millimeter version. So not everybody likes a big watch, so it's cool that they make something for everyone as well. Just an awesome looking timepiece. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw it on the wrist now, show you guys what it looks like on a guy my size, my height, my weight. I'm about 179 pounds. I have a 7-inch wrist and about 5'7.5". So this is what it looks like. And I'll tell you, this watch just feels really great on the wrist. It really has a great wrist presence. Awesome looking. Now this one is unsized because I haven't decided if I'm going to keep it yet, but so unfortunately I won't be able to show you without holding on here. And if I do keep it, I'll re-review it, but just a great looking watch. And I'm sorry, but that orange, that's my favorite color. I mean, that thing just screams dive watch. Really cool looking. And again, if you guys have never owned, if you are an INVICTA lover and you enjoy the brand, you know, guys, I've reviewed a lot of watches on this channel, over 140, I think this will make, oh God, I mean, getting close to 150 different watches I reviewed. I have watches in my collection from, you know, $50 all the way up into, you know, $40, $100. You want to look at the Alexander watches. They're very expensive. And, you know, of all these different watches that I have, I gotta tell you that the quality is really, I mean, it's really nice on all of them. Now, if you go looking at like the Bobo Bird wooden watch that I reviewed, yeah, that's a $35 watch. Yeah, the quality's not as good as, say, your Grand Diver or your Neimars. But most of the watches I have, whether it be Sterling or Aragon, I will say that I like the Sterling brand as well. I think it's a really cool looking skeletonized dress watch. It's a lot of their watches are very interesting to look at. But I will say that the quality of the Aragon watch and your Invicta watches, it's right up there with, I don't know if you see my Aqua Dive. I did a review on that one. It's a German-made Aqua Dive watch powered by an ETA movement. Very expensive, $2,000. They were nice enough to send that to me for free. Thank you. Very generous. But when you go looking at the quality of these watches, they really are on par. And that's the thing is, like, when people, you know, and I don't want to, I'm not going to drop the R word today, but you know, when you go looking at what you spend for watches or what a person's going to spend, you really, the quality you're going to get of all the watches I reviewed, the quality that you get with Invicta and Aragon really is a cut above and really on par with watches that cost 4, 5, 6, 7 times as much. So you're getting a lot for your money. And if you haven't checked out an Aragon watch or haven't owned one, they make a lot of different, maybe this one isn't the one for you, but they make a lot of different models and they really have something for everyone. Like they really are kind of like an Invicta competitor. Just an exceptional brand, exceptional quality. And I will say, you know, sometimes when you look at other watch brands, you know, I'm not saying that like a Diesel is a bad watch because they're all very, very nice. But when you go comparing an Aragon or an Invicta to a Diesel, you're really going to feel the quality of the Invicta and Aragon over the Diesel. There's a lot of weight there. You just feel that there's more quality involved in producing that watch. And that's why they're just my favorite brands. It's amazing the amount of watch you get for the money. So again, point being, if you haven't checked them out and you're in the market, definitely check them out. They make a lot of really cool models, and I encourage you guys, if you do get one, let me know. I am a authorized retailer for them now, so if you want to make a purchase, you can do it directly through me via PayPal. I will put links in the description where you can also get this from Amazon or eBay, depending on where you like to shop. And that's about it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the watch. Let me know what you guys think. I love getting the comments. Again, if you want to make a purchase, one gentleman reached out today and wants to get this one in the 44mm. I'm going to hook him up. I can get that directly drop shipped from Aragon. And I do appreciate the sale. So, all right, guys, let me know what you think. Remember, subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Click the bell to be notified anytime I upload a new video, because that's the only way you're going to know, unless you just keep checking back. That's what I do. When I see a channel that I like, I click the bell so I get that alert on my phone that, hey, you know, such and such just upload a new video. If you do want to make a purchase for anything eBay or Amazon related, please do it through my links. It does help to support me and my channel. That's kind of how we keep the ball rolling here, keep the lights running, or keep the lights on, the camera rolling, you know, so it does help. You know, if you find it from a different place or you like the product and you're not comfortable going through eBay or Amazon or whatever, I'm just glad that you're here to watch. And drop a comment if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day. Take care.